Hey guys, Charlene from Charmed Angel 444. I want to thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about Mercury Retrograde. There's 3 of them in the course of 2019. The first one that I'm going to be talking today about is March 5th through the 28th, 2019. There's another one again, it's on July 7th. It goes to August 1st. And the last one is October 31st, and that goes until November 20th. If you want to just take a minute and jot those down so you know in advance, you'll be prepared when the time comes. Okay, so let's talk, a little bit about the one that's in March. That again is on the 5th. Now, the fact that it's coming up on the 5th, we're right around the corner. I thought it'd be nice to drop this before then so you guys will know exactly what to be prepared for. Just so you're aware, not all retrogrades are absolutely horrible. They do have their downsides just like they have their upsides. So yes, you may hear a few down things, but at the same time, you'll hear a few up things. So just, take a deep breath during this time, like I always tell everybody to do, because the more prepared you are, the better and easier it will be. Okay, so let's just jump into this. The fact that it's in the sign of Pisces, it's going to kind of put us in a loop right now, okay? It'll throw us for a loop because this is the time of communication, and Pisces is about communication. And there's going to be a lot of conflict during this time if you don't learn to communicate. Look, guys, stop with the texting, stop with, the emails, and pick up the phone and dial somebody. Don't be afraid to use the phone or talk to somebody face to face, because if you don't, it's going to make it extremely difficult to get through this time period, okay? It'll make it more stressful for you, more arguments will ensue. And, it's not going to just be with relationships with a spouse or partner. This is going to be relationships with family members, people at work, anybody that comes across to you in your life path, okay? And this is going to be a real chore, to kind of even get through the smallest things if you're constantly worrying about who you're communicating with, okay? Don't let these energies throw you, though, okay? Because if you are prepared for them, you'll be ready. And the best thing to do is if you are getting thrown a curveball somewhere, take a time to step away from everything and meditate, even if it's for 5 minutes. There are a lot of great meditations here on YouTube. I will put some in the links below if you're watching this on YouTube, okay? If you're watching it everywhere else, I will try to list some of them on any other social media. As for everything else, you can also take a minute if it's really, really bad in any situation to step out of a room and take 4 deep breaths in and out, okay? And that's what you call a mini meditation, but do it nice and slow, okay? So you can refocus and, be able to reassess everything and be able to step back into your situation and know that you're going to be okay. Now, listen, because we're in the sign of communication, this does cause a lot of confusion with people, okay? And basically what happens is your lower mind has a hard time interpreting information and passing it on to other people, okay? So think before you speak. If you're on social media, watch what you put up there. If you send an email, please take the time to, re-look at it before you send it. Think twice before you start negotiating contracts and signing any documents. And you know what, especially this time too, because we do have issues with computers, travel can be a little screwed up right now. Don't take it out on the people that work for the airlines. It's not their fault, okay? Computers have a tendency to get glitchy, okay? But just also one last thing, if you do mail something to somebody, do yourself a favor and put tracking on it so everybody can kind of figure out where this package may have gone to, because things do have a tendency to get lost, okay? I also recommend that you don't really jump to open a business at this time either. Take a little time, sit back before you make any major decisions, okay? So let's talk about some money and personal information, paperwork, things like that, okay? What you need to do, okay, is to sit down and go through all your things, okay, and know what's going on at all times with your personal information. Because when computers go glitchy, things get messed up. You don't want to be having problems later. It's better to be safe than sorry, okay? So keep an eye on all your personal information so nothing goes haywire. Now, understand that, during this time, retrograde doesn't have to be all that bad. There's also some good qualities that can happen at this time. You'll start to see things at new lights, okay? You may find things that are missing. I mean, they'll find it in the weirdest places too, under a bed, in a sock, any of those kind of silly things, okay? But you're also going to, come to terms with things that may have been lingering in your life, that you've just been sitting here trying to figure out what to do with. You may start to have a clear out session of your clothes and just get rid of things that no longer serve you. You may walk away from a situation that no longer serves you. But you know what? These are good things in the long run, because it makes you aware and gets you ready for the new life that you're going to have after retrograde is over. It's also going to be a time where you're going to reflect on the past. You're going to learn from things that had happened to you in the past, and you're going to be able to move on from it, and you're going to be a changed and better person for it. So if you have a problem, though, during that time period with this and getting past things, I highly recommend that you take a minute and purchase a journal. Those are the best things you can have in hand. Grab a pen, grab a journal, and start writing your feelings out. When you do that, you are releasing everything that is bothering you, so you can move on, okay? And you'll look at yourself and you'll feel better about yourself and love yourself more. So when you step out of retrograde, you'll be ready for another situation, another relationship, or better situations with family members, work associates, and everybody else. So here's what it is. Just like I did right there, take a deep breath. Because yes, it's going to be a long month of March. There is no doubt. But if you take a little bit of time for yourself every single day and journal or meditate or do something for yourself, you will keep your energies higher and you will have less aggravation during this retrograde. So that's what it's all about, everybody. I want to thank you for joining me. I'm Charlene from Charmed Angel 444. Have a safe month of March, and I will see you again soon. And I am out of here. Ciao.